there are parts of sports psychology and psychology that are absolutely overblown. People who say that what I do is more important than strategy are completely full of shit. They have no real idea about what the value is. And so I think people get kind of turned off to it because you're saying, like, how I think and how I react is more important than how I play. Like, no. But the thing is, if you're looking at what it takes to be a successful poker player and you're dividing it up in like a pie chart, next to strategy, psychology is the next most important piece of the puzzle. Maybe you can make an argument that the games you end up playing in, the strategy around poker, is equal to that. But and I would buy that.
I heard a great story from the 1995 World Series of Poker. That's the year Dan Harrington won. And Dan Harrington called a sizable all-in bet from an opponent. Howard Lederer was at the table and asked Dan, how could you call that with ace-queen? And Dan simply said, I just knew he was ready to go home. He just knew his opponent was ready to go all in with ace-7, and Harrington had him dominated. That's psychology, knowing when your opponent's on tilt.
Absolutely. And equal to that is knowing when you're on tilt and not allowing yourself to give up. So, on the other side of the coin, what would allow that player to give up? I mean, this is the main event. Like, what are you doing? I can't really get into all of those interdynamics of like more of the psychology between players. I can do that a little bit, but mostly what I'm concerned about is how you, the individual player, is reacting at the table. Is your mind shutting down because you're like so blindly rageful that you can't even think straight? Or are you doing the same thing because you're experiencing so much pressure playing in a very big game for you or in some big pot, and your mind is just not thinking as clearly and you're making snap decisions that, hindsight 10 seconds later says, like, what the hell were you thinking?